panel of the Infinite Eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. Okay. My phone screen, I forgot, is darkened at a certain time, so I've got to lighten it up so I can see what's going on. So let's adjust that. Oopsie daisy. Am I doing this right? Frickety frick. Come on, stop messing with me. There we are. All right. Kinda, sorta, almost there. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I just noticed what the right card was because like I cleaned up like a certain area of my desk that was prohibiting the ring light from coming through. And so now that it has ultimate shine, the right card, the manifestation part card, was kind of like glaring. Like I couldn't really see what I didn't know what to make of it until just, a couple seconds ago, or a few to be more exact. So anyway, on the left side, Queen of Swords in reverse. I was already pleased with that. It's, this is Tokyo shit, Tina. This is Judgement-For-Dayzzz, volume 20. And so on the left side, I mean, this is just, these are just the energy cards, okay? So this is quite emphasized, that I can just say exactly what's in the raw upon receipt. Call it like I see it. I'll call it like I sense it, actually. And there's only been 2 minutes. Holy crud! I feel like we've covered a lot of ground here so far. So anyway, look, he's like, who dares come close? So that's the left side, okay? And then the right side, the doing side, is Triumph. 6 of Wands, Yippee-I-O Kaye, Hayo Silver, for sure. And 6 of Wands here, oh my gosh, this is ultimate victory. Like I know for sure, this is, out of all the times that I have received this card from this deck, I just noticed that this is like passing the finish line. That there, in this particular depiction of 6 of Wands, and I think this is recollecting from all the decks that I've worked with thus far, the 6 of Wands, this is the only one that I can recall, like I that has only a singular person here. That's me. That's me crossing the finish line, Phoenix style even. We covered that. Yeah. And it's like just as I knew it, just as I called it, like the last shot in pool. Yeah. Or is that how it works? I don't know. Yeah. I always thought people just made up that rule just to like fuck me over. If I ever made it that far. So then, yeah, 2 of Wands. And then the 4 of Wands, he's holding, or she's holding, or I'm holding. And so it's like a sense of bringing victory home. Do you understand? That's excellent. Like, that's wonderful. And you know what this could even imply, if this is like at a group level, a group winning, is like I'm already making like headway by multitudes, right? And it's not like ha ha ha, I win, I'm the best of my grouping. No, for my collective, it's like so those that are like furthest behind or even closest to the win, whoever I feel like is struggling or that needs it most, I collect their wands and I'll say I'll bring it forward. And then and so it lightens the load for my my collective. How cool is that? I mean, that's a different way of seeing it as bringing it home, like bringing home victory, or bringing victory home, something like that. But that's no doubt that is a, what do you call it, a phoenix on the banner, the finish line. That's crazy. How crazy is that? And the contrasting orange and blue in the background, it's looking good. It's looking good. Judgment Day. Hi Nugget. I don't know what your screen name handle means, but hello, how are you feeling? I am feeling great. How are you feeling? I am shocked that it's 1:03 a.m. Like, I don't even know where the time went. I don't know. I want candy though. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna do this and that. Anyway, I'm using the Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea. And so what does my Expanded Divine Panel of the Infinite Eight want me to divulge at this time with regards to Judgement-For-Dayzzz? This volume number 20 of this series. It's 3:03 there. Sure. Is that East Coast time? No, that's Central, right? I don't know. I don't remember. I've been away from the work realm where, I had to work like nationwide, type of, like where it mattered to me, or my superiors. Anyway, what opened up several opened up to, why are so many opened up to it? Anyway, I picked up these 3, and then these still opened up to it too. I don't know why it's separated and still kept on deck, but we're going to keep those separate, and it opened up to the 4 of Swords. So this is recuperation, checking on your team. Are you all right? Like, we're there. We got there. Are you feeling all right? That kind of thing. You're in Chicago. So is that Central? I am California. So it's wonderful. Like, I'm feeling so much better. Very, very, very much better. Okay, I usually have this, like, curtain pulled, so excuse me. Did you see I have my striped pants on. I haven't worn this in a longish time. Do you see? Do you see my sexy stripes? These actually really look like when you put them on, they feel like like I'm an 11-year-old again, or an 8-year-old again, with like 80s metal hair, it's kind of like that. So I figured this is safe. I can do this. And oh, well, thank you. I got through with a tactile, tangible activity. I haven't worn these earrings in a while either. I was just putting some things away as well. Closing the night. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't feel particularly like sexy in these, but rather sassy. Sassy and saucy. Anyway, okay, so what opened up to the 4 of Swords, which is healing, recuperation, that's what it's called. You see? Recuperation. What I had in hand, first off, is this, and then I'll read the other 2 that were kept on deck. But 6 of Swords, yeah, we're trying to make it to the finish. We're like, it's an obstacle course, almost like Wonder Woman-ish, the Amazon obstacle course thing. And then Ace of Wands, and then the Hermit cards. So exaltation, stimulation. Yeah, this is definitely giving the vibe of the Amazon. I don't even know what it's been a while. It's been a while. You know what I'm talking about. It's independent. There's all kinds of like booby traps. But then there's a fire that ignites in each and every one of them. They're each warriors. It's not to determine like whether or not you're a warrior, that obstacle course thing, but who is the best of the league. Yeah, and I don't think this is egoic. This is a matter of like if some shit were to go down, like, we need to know who's going to be, like, the strongest, like, wisest, most, um, that can attain victory with, wit and ease, without cheating the game. Yeah, there's a degree of honesty in there. So they go through like the Hermit, the Dark Night of the Soul, throughout this course. Okay, so on the behind that is Suspension or Inversion, Hangman, and the Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, so this is the part that is rather independent, okay? And like I said, one of the takeaways from the yesterday's reading was to like we don't control there's and there, how do I say it? There's no desire nor need to control the ins and outs, you know? Allow them to be objective towards them. And so this is a depiction of that. When we're put to the test as a grouping, we're also put to the test independently. And so we leave behind, we have to be objective to, you know, who doesn't really make, like, we're all on the same team, but like not in the same like league, like caliber, you know? So we leave those behind that are struggling through this like learning process, this interim, and then later we do check on each other. Are you okay? What would happen back there? How did you get through it? Oh well, I just did this and this and this, but luckily like the sun was shining this angle at the time that I, you know, like it was weird. We just check on each other. Okay, there's no hard feelings in any of this. So being that this is Judgment for Days, I didn't know that this was going to kind of go in this direction. I'm not really doing dialogues today. Holy smokes, what was that? Oh, I know what that was. Yeah, I'm not really doing dialogues today. You know, all of that information, the basics, you know, are really like something that's in my profile. Profile. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Now that since those are the energy cards, I kind of jumped right to it and forgot about doing the header cards. And I just asked what I should be divulging. But like part of this is like, talk your shit, Tina. Like if anybody should be able to take my feedback well, it should be those that are, you know, within my like in my divine collective. So that's that. Okay. That's that. Okay. Yeah, it even divides it up so accordingly. Okay, so what are the header cards? Okay. Oh, you subscribed? Well, thank you for your subscription, sir, ma'am, they, them. All right. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. What are the header cards? Strength in reverse and 7 of Wands. Okay, strength. So again, this is a test of fortitude. And it doesn't just measure like where we're at right now, but relative to moving forward, you know. So this is not a measure of strength in its like current state, which is like repeating like a summary of pop quizzes, you know. This is the test or the obstacle course is consisting of like what also lays ahead. And I don't know if I executed quite a bit yesterday and the day before, like just items that I felt were heavy, that have been weighing me down due to fear-based conceptions, or otherwise known as misconceptions. And so I know that there's been some oogity boogity that kind of accentuated those features, but you know, all the more reason to kind of point to the direction of like the areas that I need to work on or needed to work on. And so you know, when you get at a certain point of growth and realization, like some of the hard feelings drop away, like you did me wrong, this and that. The aggravating part of interfacing with those that greatly oppose you, whether direct or indirectly, is how what were we gonna say about it? Angels of love and light. How are you gonna say it? I think I got sorry, I got a little muddled there. But I think people understand. I can't. I forgot what I was going to say about that. Whoops. Oh well. Maybe it wasn't that important, but if it is, that reminds me and they'll bring it up again. Anyway, on the right side, oh, look, fortitude. 7 of Wands is actually labeled as fortitude. On the right side, and these are the header cards. Okay. So, oh, I think it was relative to once you like, or at least I can speak from my own experience. Once I realize that there's purpose to it, any other features that are accentuated from such opposing party or parties, judgment will handle. Karma will be, you know, dished out. Like they did their part. I did mine in response to it. And now, if there's any prolonging of aggravations, karma will be handled accordingly. Karma will take over. The universes will take over. I got it from here, Tina. You did your part. You understood. You understood the assignment. Okay, so 7 of Wands. This is success again. And it's differentiated form, a 1-up from the 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands, fortitude. Okay, leverage. This is good. So like making it out to the shore. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? Hold on. Let me just check it here. 2. Oh, it's at a distance. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so it's like setting up camp for the other victors to follow through. Okay? Yeah. Interesting. Cool. Okay. So those are the header cards. You know, I really thought the focus was going to be on like you know, pertaining to more of the externals, but this is more about the inner circle. It is really about the self and the inner circle. The others are kind of just like distractions, disruptions, disturbances, just straight up disses, you know? And it's like our lower vibing self, you know, like echoing back from different states, like from previous states of like, yeah, I've seen where that person, you know, might be coming from. You know, I've felt like that before. We don't excuse it, but it's just like, so all the more reason, regardless of, it takes away like the potential of disappointment with self or with your team in where we're at on our journey. Like, when you the notion of like judgment is like, especially when you're doing like right, you're doing all the right things, um um is that like judgment is going to be so satisfying, not just satisfactory, but the feeling of satisfaction, you know, like I earned that and they earned that, you know. And this is a much more elevated platform. Like you don't you never hear a story of like I don't know, like saints or Buddhas, or you know, like holy people, um, elevated people going, you know, with that kind of behavior. This is calling for more of an expert level stance. Um, mhm, that's what it's saying. Okay, okay, okay. Like, you don't earn your stripes just to call yourself a tiger, you know, just to label yourself in front of everyone like, I am a tiger, you know. Um, you don't go through those kind of trials to have like petty winnings. Um, that's already like gained, you know, like a rhetorical question, it's a rhetorical answer. Um, and so like it's without a doubt you are. So let's move on. Like what else is there? Okay. Judgment for days. So a lot of the times when I do readings, I try not to I try not to think about it too much. Like I try to clear my mind before the reading. Like there's nothing premeditated, because whatever rolls out is the way it's supposed to be. So oftentimes I forget what I was supposed to say, or I was going to bring up, or it doesn't even matter really anymore. More often it's the initial. But give me a second. I feel like weird temperature right now, so I'm gonna put on a shirt. Like I'm sweating, but it's like cold. Like I'm getting like goosebumps, but like I'm sweating. Like my regulatory system needs a little like a little blanketing. So give me a second. I want to wear a long sleeve though. Is this a long sleeve? Not really. I should wear. I don't know. I want to wear something like I guess I'll just wear this. This is fine. But I want to wear um like another thing over it. I feel like I want to. Gosh, this is perfect again. It's like the 80s again. Look. Look at my mummy's vintage sweater. Oh, isn't it beautiful? With bows, embroidery. It's beautiful. Okay, let me do my hair real quick. No, maybe I don't need to. Maybe this is just perfect. You know, it's like the non-matching, you know, thing. This is perfect. This is perfect thrifting attire. Oh my gosh. Does it have... Oh, it has one... How does it have one shoulder pad and the other one is gone? My life. Give me a second. Okay. Let's ensure I am not harmed in this pursuit. Bodyguards, I call upon you. Well, I did cut a little bit of hair. Okay, look at that. I'm free. Oh, there was one. It was just hiding in the back. I don't know anything. Okay. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Model. All right. Anyway. Round 1. Okay. All right. So this is the energy here. Okay, this is great. So I think, like, there's, okay, being that the energy card, you know, rewind, 6 of Wands, there's victory over things that we already know are due to roll out. Things that I've already professed, I already observed, they were all right on point. So, just go with that. And things are just going to roll out, and it's now moment moving forward. And, yeah, so that's what's going on there. So, like, it would be, a waste to, reiterate and hash out things that are just already kind of like closed doors. This is like the advance. Like when you get money in advance, this is like, there's something about like, judgment in advance, you know? So, interesting. Oh, well, this is judgment, but like this, when you get like it's, the world card, closure in advance. So I guess that's coming up tomorrow. So that's, we're on point. Oh, hello, Robert and Krishna. People often say that they fall asleep to my readings or to my voice or something like that. So you should have no problem yet. Okay. These tend to be long ones anyway. Okay. All right. So, what else is my divine panel of the infinite? 8.2 divulge. Divulge. Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse. What the frick does that mean? All right. First off, this is bugging. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Is that internal or external? Internal or external? It's external. Is the King of Pentacles ill-suited or just objective? Detached? Objective. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is has good intention, okay? Is vibing right. Yes. They are just objective. So this is, or is this an upcoming boss? When I met? One that I've met, at least energetically. King of Pentacles, is that internal? External. External and therefore and objective. Okay. So, is it the same energy as Knight of Cups? Yes? No. No. Is this like, is this like a challenge, a duel? Or are they carding each other? They're carding each other. Okay, so those are two different energies, like checking on each other's identities. Like who is this other energy? Like who is this fool? You know, they're carding each other. They're verifying each other. I don't know, what does this have to do with judgment? I guess judgment is relative to karma, so it's either a yay or nay, the formal yay or nay, and the actions to roll out. Like, so this is like, are 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 both officials like delegated officials? Yeah, they are. What the heck? So is the Knight of Cups an energy, and actually they may carry a higher role? No. Okay. Everybody has their place and stuff, so that's interesting. Okay, but they're carding each other. They're checking on each other. Is this relative to just me, or also my divine collective? Me? My divine collective as well. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who'da thunk, you know? Well, that's good. That means we're really looking out for each other. That's an elaborated sense of like the Four of Swords, us checking on each other. So there's an internal, like an inner circle, but there's also a protective circle surrounding that, like our own what is it? The Metatron cube, you know, that kind of energy. So it's not only like do we have our own circular structure, but we have like surrounding circles within our own, you know, positioning. So that's interesting. Yes? That is a yes. Some are more developed than others, but each has exactly what they need. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Anything else? Judgement-For-Dayzzz. Okay. So this is a long-lasting win. Like, okay. Okay. King of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and Three of Pentacles. More in reversal. Give me a second here. Okay. King of Wands in reverse. Internal, external. Objective, detached, ill-placed. Ill-placed, detached, objective. It's ill-placed. King of Wands, okay, it's a player, and it's external. Page of Pentacles in reversal. Internal, external. It's internal. It's investing in self. Okay. Okay, so there's opportunities abound. Don't forget about that. This is I'm getting that this is for me and my divine collective. Yes. Okay. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been through that obstacle course like on a regular. It's like a maintenance check. But it's not about it's not about like maintaining hold on, give me a second. It's more about raising the bar for sure. Okay, because there's Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of opportunities coming through. Okay, they're like, there's like you know, in the Good Place, like how the judge or like the purgatory, they have someone like assigned to like as a greeter with a layout of logistics, like, oh, you checked in, etc. And so they're typing up the itinerary basically. So Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is continuing to invest in self. Okay, in minor arcana galore. Okay, Go all out, minor arcana. Okay. Eat your heart out, domestically speaking. And when I say domestically, it doesn't have to be in the confines of under the roof. Get out there. You're doing great, okay? Minor arcana yourself up. Because like there's also King of Wands like players that are advanced players, not like your rinky dink like youngling players that are well versed in this art of like getting in on the game that doesn't belong to them, but they want to seize, they want to be a part of it, they want to be the best of the best, even if whether or not they're on the, you know, they can hang. And so you just got to be aware of that. People who just want to like, I'm getting that we need to have like similar defenses up, as though when people want to like rain on your parade or stomp on your parade, even when like the King of Wands, like this player type of energy, wouldn't want to do that because they would be stomping on those opportunities for themselves too. So they would be ruining it for themselves. So even though this comes in, this energy comes in like, you know, like almost non-threatening, like, hey, you know, like it's just like uh more of like a super friendly love bombing type of energy in its social aspect, like agreeing to, like they become your yes man, like you're spruce up your ego man, that type of your hype man, like all of a sudden out of nowhere, hey, I see you're doing great, oh I love that on you, blah blah blah, where are you going, oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've been there, you know. So there's an implication of like, you know, getting in. So we should have our guard up, like, or our responses to that similarly to those that would, you know, stomp. So there's just being firm. Like it doesn't bother me if like I'm a wet blanket to them, you know. That's the energy there. Oh shoot, it just fell. Okay, first off, this one still Three of Pentacles is an upright on the recipient side, so there's no like mess up there. So this one, okay, so now it's an upright. Yeah, so like this is like where they truly excel in faking it till they make it, because like there's a little bit of a fumble in encountering these. Oh wait, no, King of Pentacles in reverse, boss, and boss is upright, the player's still there, boss is up. Yeah, okay, so that's how to boss up. The Page of Pentacles in reversal, like investment in self, knowing what we've got for us, without getting distracted by these extracurriculars, creates very big boss energy like that. But I'm getting that this is an external energy, so it's attracting, magnetizing more of this energy, like real boss energy, that kind of like shoves away the King of Wands in reversal, those players, like, you know, it's kind of like Big Brother energy, or like with little brother, like, you know, they're like fighting, like they're trying to get it, you know. There's a, you know, player energy, and the king of whatchamacallits, pentacles, the boss energy is like, you know, right at the forehead, just like it looks foolish. That's what's happening. So some energies like that are in a more upstanding position, that have more of the leverage to put people in their place. It's like some energies, some of like those kind of energies we're attracting. Is it me or my divine collective? No, I have to speak for myself on that. So I'm attracting those kind of energies that will help me fight my battles, you know, um, in a variety of ways. I mean, the King of Pentacles is the problem solver for sure. Solutions oriented. They know how to navigate the pentacle realm, the realm of hedonism. They know the earthly energies, the earthly plane, above water and below. Yeah, the dregs, the true dregs that hold their breath, like, yeah, like, was it, fake dying? Yeah, what do you call that? I don't know, roaches do that. Yeah. Anyway, there's that. So I got through, like, I'm just surprised, like, how much fear can really stagnate you. Like, I'm not mad at myself for not responding sooner, not entertaining my the red flags that I encountered with these like long-term heinous type of energies. I'm just like, I'm shocked that I didn't, I'm just shocked that I didn't respond sooner. Yeah. Like it only leads me to wonder like where if I had responded sooner, like where would I be right now? Like I'd be on a jet plane someplace. And I don't even know if I would take a jet because of like the pollution and all of that. I would be like, I would be traveling. My kids and I would be traveling. We'd be able to go on vacation. Like for real, for real. Like, so I'm not, I'm just like, whoa, that, it's not, how do I say it? How would I say this? It's not like the lingering in the energies of like, if only this, like the hope has died out, or I shoulda, woulda, coulda type of energy, but it that igniting feeling where your MO can quickly change, like your the scope of the visionary has expanded that much farther, because like if I had done that, I would have likely have been here. So like I have I've been challenged with looking further, like thinking bigger, and from where I'm at right now. But like if I create like this little story time like dreamscape in my, instead of subconscious, like here and now, through like relatively, like if I had done it there, then I I would have done this and then gone over here, and so it's just easier to place like characters on the board, especially where I'm at, where I could be. It's kind of like it's so much easier to think further along in that. Like it definitely solves that problem for me. So I'm just discovering that right now. Breakthroughs amiss. Yeah. Um. Definitely. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Da 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 da. Da. Four of Cups. Okay. Discontent. This is feeling jaded. This is feeling apathy. You know, I forget how apathy is truly defined, but I know that those may be synonyms. right here. No shame, darling, no shame. For me, this intuitively is a multiple choice question. Would you rather, or, you know, that kind of energy, on a norm. Or like, would you like to? Like, this is the, not random, but, forgot what I was going to say. Proposition. This is the, on the fly proposition. Yeah. Like kind of whimsical. So this, for me, this doesn't feel like discontent, especially with what I had divulged. So, okay. So I don't know why my phone is doing this thing. But I feel like, you know what's weird? Should I even talk about this part? Give me a second. Archpriestess, yeah, dissolution. Okay, so this is talking about breakups. It doesn't have to be like marriage. It's just like long-term partnerships, whether they're business related or romantic. It's just in very close proximity. So this is the high priestess in upright. So I can talk about what I know. I can speak to what I know, what I've experienced. So where's that card? I found this in cleaning. It was like the last time I used the old cards, this one was shoved, like, I don't know, it fell through a crevice underneath here, whatever. And I have to kind of what do you call it? Censor it a bit. So let's use this. Okay. So you can see like there's a lady that's spread eagled, but it was in reversal when I got it. So there's energies, and I believe it to be especially that the female dark priestess that was trying to really like hone in on my sacral chakra region, because she is definitely not a creative person. She tried to, and I don't mean this as a diss. She just has never, her ambitions were more to steal and take and mimic the energy rather than go out on a limb and discover for herself what that realm might conjure up for her. So she's really not a true priestess, nor witch, nor practitioner. Just a con, really. A copy. Like if you really like look at things technically, that's what that is. So give me a second here. I'll tell you more a little bit. Hold on. What is this? The sacral chakra. Yeah, I mean, okay. It's gonna take a while to pull up. It's 1:46 a.m. That's crazy. So, let me show you something here. Okay. I have remade this like so many times. It is my, my 13 skulls, um, belly bracelet. I wouldn't call it a bracelet, but belly belt. My belt. Okay. Okay. It used to be all in one piece, really, with one closure, but like portions of it, like it tends to. I have to like reconstruct it every time there's like some heinous stuff going on where people try to energies try to kind of disarm me, and or dip into the energy. So I modified it since she last touched it. But she prided herself in knowing how to clear energy. And I trusted like her knowledge, like just blindly, like, you know, when people use big names and this and that, what do you call it? Or associate themselves with even more skilled practitioners. You assume that they're working in the light, right? You assume these things, um, because that's something that you wouldn't associate yourself with either. So, like, you know, how could we get this far? And and so anyway, I gave this to her because to clear, okay, through different ways, like, you know, the sun and altar and this and that. And so dark practitioners don't disclose everything to you, okay? So I told her I had encountered a really nasty like energies at this last job that I had had, or one of the jobs that I had had. And um, it was so bad that there was an NDA attached to it. Um, and so I remember like like if somebody is within your close proximity and you are very sensitive to energies, and unaware, like you're new to the game, the practice or whatever, what they'll do is they just have to be within a certain arena of your auric field. Um, and the closer they are to you is closer to your, you know, sexual energy. Um, and so I at this job, this female would always call me to her office, and she would try to get me like close, like at her round table, which is like even closer proximity. No matter like how much I distance myself, she would try to go over certain things that were just like, seriously, this, we don't even need to go over this. Like, what, this is like child's play. But anyway, it was an excuse to get into close proximity. So she was sleeping around, and she was like, she was just nasty, and I could tell from down there because I told you I've been abstinent for like years, okay, and so, and I've been fine with my arenas, and but like when she had asked me, like this particular day, I remember she was rushing to the bathroom, like almost peeing in her pants, right? And I was like, okay, that's weird, whatever. And um, there was a particular time where she called me into her office, and I could see where, like, it almost looked like she took an energetic dump. You know, like there was a satisfaction. It was so weird seeing somebody's like expression on their face, like, and also like bracing themselves, like to like let to release something. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, she was explaining something to me, she's pausing here and there, you could tell she was thinking off, well, spieling whatever, but like her mind was someplace else in how to like get into my energy zone or whatever. And and uh and then when she felt that like relief, like, oh, I did it, success, like dropped into her auric field, right then and there I felt like this, like, what do you call it, this what do you call it, like I felt like I needed to use the restroom all of a sudden. And she's like, okay, go, go, go. Yeah, she felt like that was confirmation, absolute satisfaction with her work, what she had done. Um, and so when I used the bathroom, there was this nasty ass discharge, like gloop, like TMI, I know, but like I said, I was fine up until that moment, and it just happened at that time. Like she just dumped it, like it was nasty, dude. Um, and so that's how I know people can do certain things like that. So anyway, um, she somehow, when people get access to certain arenas of your auric field, um, there's also like, um, some sort of an attachment or influence that they have with certain protection items that you have. So I asked her to clear this because she seemingly knew how to deal with dark energies like that. And so she kept this for weeks. Um, and the next time that I saw her, like, there was no word of it. Like, I just figured she was doing what she needed to do, you know, for that. But then the next time that I saw her, God, it was so nasty. This is where I started to really suspect something was up before she started clutching her pearls and saying, "My husband." And it's like, I've we're sitting like within an arm's length of your husband, like we can all talk to each other. Like I know we've known each other for a long time. I know his full name. I know where he works. We've invited, like there's just so much context there. So before it even got to that point, when she gave this back to me, dude, it was nasty. Like you know, like Igor, that type of energy. Um, I know this is a long and winding story, but I got to tell you, it is not like it just struck. It's like ingrained. It's like seared into my memory. The way she like looked at it, it was like the narcissistic demon smile kind of thing. This is like, I don't know what she did with it, but it was as though she it was like, because she's too big to wear it around her, area here. So I don't know if she actually wore it like maybe around her neck or put it in a circle where like, she fucked people. I don't know. I don't know, dude. But like she gave it back to me like this. Here you go. Like it was weird. It's like, let me show you from the side because it's even nastier. Like almost breathing heavily, like here, like almost bowing. It was nasty. Like I don't even know. It's like she jacked off to it. You know what I mean? Like in like the worst way possible. Like she accessed some kind of energy to my sacral chakra because I told her like I wear this practically all the time. When it was on threads, I wore it in the shower. When I go to sleep, when I do other activities or whatever, like this is, I just wear it all. I wore it like all the time. And so I think she tried to access whatever it is. Like I know a lot of people, there's a lot of people that know about crystals, and yet there's a lot of people that don't know a lot about crystals, but they hold like an energetic imprint. Like if you understand the power of quartz within technology, you could understand like the energetic imprints that they carry. So for me to wear this a lot, and her to give it back to me like almost bowing but like almost drooling and like entranced by it, like thank you so much for letting me have it in my possession. It was creepier than that, dude. So anyway, I have to remake it again because I don't think I remade it enough since that last thing. So that's why I believe that this was that's what was going on over there. That's why I'm gonna have to select where is that? Right here. Excuse me. Put it back into here and just get some more information here, because that her energy is unrelenting unless severely decommissioned, severely disabled, so I have to get more information particularly on this. Hello. Let's put that there. Just because I got the High Priestess there. So, let's get some information. Okay. So what does my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight want me to divulge on that? Since, like, there's got to be, now that I put up other protection guards, changed up the patterns, this and that, something surely must have changed, because I'm also hearing it through the grapevine, variations of ding dong, the bitch is dead, kind of energy. So this thing is it still loading? Holy smokes. It is. It is. Okay, so let's see here. Home. Okay, on the recipient side. And then one more. This one. It's like this. Father in reverse, so I guess mother. I do know that she has some daddy issues, like severe daddy issues, and like male authority figure type of issues, but also mother issues. So, that can, I mean, you can only play that card for so long, especially at her age, without taking true responsibility. So, anyway, I'm just trying to figure that part out. So, what goes in the home card? Conveying out. This one? Yes? Just like that? Yeah. I'll take it just as it was. The mirror in reverse. Oh, she can no longer look into my home. That's wonderful. She's been monitoring me. I don't know how, like through like astral travel. There was one time where she said, you can that's why I know certain things to be true, because she memorized certain aspects of like magic and the occult. That when you astral travel, you can be at two places at the same time. Like you can be physically present here, like at whatever, without like sleeping, but like in a trance-like state, doing complete, like you could be like at Trader Joe's, like being the checkout person while you're astral traveling to someplace else. And along with that, there's something like if you smell certain scents, like I think this is called clairgustance, but that's more of tasting. But since taste is also connected to scent, I group it in the same category. But so like if it smells like a certain energy, then that's a direct identity. If it smells like sulfur or something nasty or whatever, that's a bad spirit. But like there was like, how do I say it, there can be like psychological like twists to it. So like if you don't believe somebody to be, like if you believe somebody to be a friend energy, and you already give them a go ahead like within your own being, because that's all that but energy wise, they know how to manipulate and go under that guise of like what you believe to be true. And so like you don't really know, like you don't smell that nasty scent. So when I said, I brought it up to her one day a while back, and I said, did you astral travel to my place? Because I could have sworn I smelled your scent, and I wasn't burning any candles. It was just all of a sudden like plumeria or something like that. And then she like looked off like almost guilty, like, well, sometimes I check on people. And she knows that she was the one that told me you're not supposed to like astral travel, like, or veer into like trespass into people's space without their permission. And I didn't give her permission. And I still didn't know any better, so I said, I didn't. No, it's okay. I just wanted to know if it was you. Are you like, what was wrong? What was going on? She didn't elaborate any further, but that was almost like a hidden welcome. So since then, so it's been maybe like a couple of years. She's been kind of 2 or 3 years that she's been monitoring me, like without me even knowing. Uh, and we're not just talking about like social media or whatever. I'm talking about people being able to see into your space, like through the eyes of other energies. We talked about the little, you know, bugs like the flies, um how do I say it, or even mirror magic. What else? Sometimes, like, people, like, I know I trip people out with, like, are you trying to look into my life? And I'm like, Is that, huh? No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." So, like, um but there's some energies that are insistent. Like, there are different ways in which we access, or are given access. Some force it, and some, like me, don't. We just receive it, or I just receive it. And so, but this energy was looking into my home, and now she cannot. She cannot look at, like, what's going on in my temple, like what's going on, like, she can't look into, like, even my natal chart, my what do you call it? The Akashic records for me. Like, there's a fog over it. So whatever she once knew or once was told, um, there's either there's something wrong with her memory now, or energy similar to her. Like, if she had a friend group doing shit, um, then they no longer have, like, their mind is, they don't have the mental facilities to remember certain things, or they remember things differently. There's something about that there. Um, Now, with something as, like, mathematical, in, like, you can't, like, if you have it jotted somewhere, like somebody's birth date, time, etc., all of that, location, whatever, um, like, you can just refer back to it. You don't have to rely upon your memory. But there's something about how there are certain modifications. Is this for me? Okay, so normally in, like, the Akashic records, everything is, like, it's just as is. It's just as it stands. But for me, there's an area of wiggle room, you know, like, I'm spirit's trick sleeve. Um, I there's an element of wiggle room in the Akashic records. So whatever she thinks she knows, or her team, whatever they think they know, they really don't know. Mm, not anymore. So judgment for days. All right. What goes in the anything else? No. Is that accurate? Yes. Okay. So, what goes in the Father card in reversal? This one. Just take it like that. The keys to the door in reversal. Right. Yeah, the keys to the door, because the keys usually are on the up. So, she no longer has access. Okay, so this is a mother figure. Okay. Then, a troubled mother figure, that can no longer have access to my home yet again. Okay, and she does not have the keys anymore. My expanded divine panel of the infinite eight have changed the locks. In fact, she might. A lot of organizations may have changed the locks on her too, or confiscated keys. That is true. Let me double check. Is it both? Yes. She is that unwelcome. Yeah, she's deaded. You see? Grim Reaper has been pleased, has been satiated. Oh my gosh, she's extricated. Holy, wow, that is weird. She is left cornered and, like, it's like, bye-bye. Shipped off, like, banned also. Banished. Not just banned. but banished. Whoa, that is weird. Should I mention her particular friend just for safe, how do you say, for safety for locals? Should I, like, my expanded my panel of infinity? Oh wait, it's not in here. Get one from here or the other deck. This one or this one? This one, they said. Okay. Top one? No. Select? Yeah. Where? Just like that. Cut from the same cloth. Yeah. Okay. So there's another energy. Say her name? Yes. I think, okay, the way her name is pronounced. Now, the only reason why, I've never met her, but I've heard a lot of story behind her on her abilities, how like magnificent and, you know, also withdrawn she is. Based on the stories that I was told by this energy, is that she's comparative to like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, the series, if you're familiar with the Bloodbender. So exclusive and highly skilled in her abilities, but also a recluse, almost like separate, like off in a separate island, lives in the woods, etc. And you, like, I think her husband is Japanese but passed away long ago, so I think she has horses or cattle or something like that, in memory of her husband, that had passed away. Anyway, she I was told that she could like see into your body and see like what's wrong, like if you have a certain ailment or illness in a certain organ or certain arena, and she knows how to remove it, like sees exactly where it is, what's causing it, and how to remove any obstructions or any ailments from your body. Now, when people do like cleansing type of work, to any degree, um, pertaining to other energies, they must cleanse themselves. So, like in a very like, so it's like double the work almost. Okay, but in cleansing these energies and seeing where they are, I was told that she could lift people in the air. She's seen that she's spun people in the air without using hands, just energetically. And I like, it's hard for me to believe, but she had all these telltale stories like, oh yeah, and this and that, and I've seen her do it before. Like, she put me out to sleep just like that. She put me out to sleep just like that. When she was working on me, and like, I would be asleep for hours, and she would take, like, I have a blood illness, and so she worked on me like so that she cleared it. And you know, she would say these things about this talented individual, and you're going to get to meet her. And all this talk, you're going to get to meet her. You can ask her any question, and if you need to get work done or whatever. And so I was always, you know, amped up to see her, but it never happened. But like, all the meanwhile, there's been some communication while I was going through some heinous stuff. Like, they would ask for a certain picture of myself to sense any energy or whatever and send it back. But like, that's in the occult world, you that's like giving consent to, like, blindly directly to another energy. Hey, look into me. Hey, yes, doctor, can you look at this portion, do what you can, type of energy. And like, I'm just telling like any newbies out there, for sure, like, don't do that shit. You don't know these people. Like, I just like really just super duper trusted this energy, and they've been like really keeping me down. And this is all part of the learning process. Like, I'm 100% telling you this. So I'm just saying that with as much of an evil energy that I experienced directly in the 20 whatever year span with this direct energy, that other energy that she's been talking about constantly about, like, um the other people may be in danger, of like siphoning, of like really heinous like bullshit activities. And I don't know if Hawaii is like an evil place, if there's a lot of dark practitioners there. Um, but I always thought that Hawaii was a very beautiful, very like grounded, earthy type of place where it's almost like a spiritual realm, like, oh, the closest to Eden within my locality, like the Garden of Eden, and just so mystical, and a very spiritual, like, almost like a reserve of ancestry, just like very beautiful. And I've never been there, um, in this life anyway. So I just have this like ideation that the people there, are of that value and caliber on like dominant scale. And I have no idea. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's just a lot of um, crime, poverty, addictions, um, I don't know. That's what drives people to do like really gnarly stuff. But like, so I have this ideation of what it's supposed to be like over there. So that's why I'm just divulging this part of it. Um, so this lady's name, I think she's in her 60s or whatever. And for the first time, I was shown a picture of her. Um, I was like, oh, I got shooken up because it reminded me of the goddess like presenting person that sold mushroom stuff, like mushroom like tea and edibles and all of that, at that little Sedona group that was like professed to always getting her way, and what you call it, and was so supremely jealous of the strong connection, like on a dime, that I made with one of the other vendors. Like any attention that was taken away from her, mm, that was off limits. Like that was an automatic brawl energetically. So that's why I was just saying, like, that's just my experience. And I wasn't like shoving, like, I wasn't like a pick me, that kind of energy. I wasn't doing anything. Like I was just as friendly as I normally am to like everybody else, including her. Um, but like I could sense that she was definitely in like that type of energy, that not only would she target like negative energy towards me, but towards the other person that was paying attention more to me, like on a friendly level, like more welcoming level, made the other vendor question himself, um, um, like severely, like almost to the point where he would privately like question himself, not just like on the spot right there. And so anyway, I said, like, oh, it kind of reminded me of that like attention seeking person at that, group or whatever. And once she showed me on her phone, okay? Showed me on her phone. And once I said that, she was like, oh, like she was protecting a baby. Like, oh, that was weird. Like almost as though she could hear me say things about what I was saying, like talking smack, when I didn't. No, I was just saying like, oh, it just reminded me. I wasn't saying that she was a bitch. I was just saying, or like, a bad person. That's who she looked like. She looks exactly like, just like instantaneous. But once you read energy, like it's not even just like the physical features, it's just the energy as well. So so that's why it's just saying that it's very stark, like I can't ignore the signs. So anyway, that person in Hawaii, I don't know what island she's on. Her name is Haybe, Haybe, I think, in her 60s or something. um I don't know her last name, but that's all she's known by. And she doesn't, like, I this, I was just saying, they're cut from the same if they're cut from the same cloth, like, that's some really bad news. Like, I know that there are some other really talented spiritualists there. There's got to be, that are either in really working and like ethically sound, or like borderline, like, I gotta switch sides, this ain't working for me, that kind of thing, that have got to know and that have got to explore that energy. Like, I can't be scared on possible attacks that she might do at a distance, like knowing whatever she might know by now, um on me, or sense on me. But like, I can't I can't live my life in fear like that. I have to report it. Like, I got the high priestess here in order to divulge all of that. Got the validation that she's cut from the same cloth as this other um pick me energy. Excuse me, that is now extricated, basically. So I just had to say that. All right. Anything else that I should know? Where's the cards? Where's where's the bigger deck? Holy smokes. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, right up here. All right. Anything else? Tagyo shit. Taina. Volume 20. Judgement-For-Dayzzz. Like, can you imagine if somebody has a ability to put people to sleep, whether that's technically through hypnosis or a variation of certain energetics, you got to question, like, if they're put out for hours, what kind of energy harvesting or dumping, or I'll just take this, like nitpicking, like cherry picking, I will take this, I will close out her or her or his knowledge to this, like, possibility of opportunities in their life, I'll just take that for myself. Okay, and I'll just confuse them and put this over here, displace this and do you understand? Like, those are some heinous crimes. So what does my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight? Obviously, I want to say a lot. Scoots. Okay, so first off, right here. Oh my gosh, boss in reverse, fear in reverse, and firm. Okay, and then the other set also landed upright. Oh, daisy. Underneath my seat as well. Dream in reverse. Oh, suppress, take in reverse, and threat in reverse. So I'm getting there's payback here. To like another variation. Okay. So dream is in reverse, so that's instead of subconscious, it's like current conscious state, like in real life, like here and now. She owes energy back, or and the suppress is also upright, so suppressing abilities. Take in reverse, so she has to give back something, obviously, so that's a double O. She's taken a lot. Threat in reverse, so that she's not going to be a threat anymore. So I feel like she's going to have to give up some of her abilities too. She might be protected enough to pick and choose which abilities she can let go of, rather than, usually the divine just takes away certain abilities if you really, really abuse them for X amount of time. Let me see. Does she have the option? Like, Or is she just going to get them too? She has, it's weird because it's the first time I've heard this before. She has the options of which abilities she gets to relinquish. Um, but if she doesn't, it's almost like you use it or lose it kind of vacation. So she either chooses it or it will be chosen for her, like a variation of a tower moment. Okay, so boss in reverse, fear in reverse, and firm. There's that. Boss in reverse. Yeah, she has to step down regardless. And yeah, there's nothing to fear. This is firm. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Do I need to get cards on it? Yes? No. Yes? No. Maybe front cards? No, that was sufficient. Anything more? No. Okay, that was sufficient. Very straightforward. This is kind of the energy of like all of this. Like she belongs in all of these. Like this is several mugshots, you know, type of energy. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I don't even pull out any cards on that. All right. Same gist on that. Anything else? Do I need to pull any other cards outside of that? We're done with that topic, yes? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else for me from this deck? No? What about my Divine Collective? No. Okay. We satisfied that portion. All right. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Chariot in reverse. We had to take a pause for that, okay? Yeah. All right. I think I have a few more pauses than usual because I realize that there are people that are new to this realm of the occult. And so like I wonder how that's perceived. So I feel like I have to fine tune or adjust the messaging so that they understand it better, so that when they encounter it, they'll know, they'll have something to like parallel it with. Because you don't just stumble upon these energies like and it just or this input without experiencing it, already experiencing it, or due to experience it. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we close out now. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough for now. So two takeaways from my expanded divine. Well, you know what? We just got one for my. Should I get it for here? Expanded divine panel of the infinite. Yeah. Okay. 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 They deserve, Judgment Day as well. So what does Spirit Source want to say? Divine Source. From my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight. What is their first takeaway? Just like that. Affection in reverse. And second takeaway for them. Lie. No, those are correct. Do I get any more? No. Okay. So, Spirit, do you want me to select from, do you want me to select or shuffle? Select or shuffle? Select, shuffle, shuffle. All right, what goes in affection in reverse? from my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight, what do you want to convey to them? What goes in affection in reverse? This is a lot. What kind of, dude, what's going on here? Okay. All of it? Okay, what goes in affection in reverse? Okay, yield in reverse. School, harmony, spilled milk. Okay. So affection in reverse is kind of hold all feelings aside. This is kind of like Archangel Michael type of energy. When you have to deal with something, you have to deal with it up front. You have to hold like the personals kind of off to the side and see things for what they really are. So when you see it for what it truly is, there's no yielding. You move fast, okay? Because the kids are learning. Their kids are learning from you. They're learning how to create harmonization and how to deal with spilt milk and not like have to deal with like it's such a tragedy, you know? Because they need a dance. Like I was talking to my mom earlier, and it was like the ratio of celebrations to mourning was like off kilter. Like I know we have our ups and downs, ebbs and flows, you know, but when there's a normalcy of mourning that exceeds your times of celebration, it's like no, something's got to change. You know, you gotta, like, you feel it. You don't just notice it, you feel it. And it definitely affects you in a way that, you know, is just something that you wouldn't want to normalize. Okay, so anyway, people need to dance, okay, and take a break from the rigidity of having to clock into the way it's supposed to be this way, the way it's supposed to be that way. I have to show up for this. You know, like it's not like foregoing the amount of morning sessions for the sake of self-preservation. It's like, no, you just got to celebrate more. So there's that. Okay, because there's this kind of energy out there. Okay, so to self-regulate is almost preventative care in identifying these energies and kind of prohibiting them from our locality. Okay, this is about personal growth, self growth as well. I think abundantly, like the Garden of Eden, like secretly is like being rebuilt. So looking at things for what they are, there's accolades from spirit to my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight to the acknowledgement that they're observing the circumstances well. Like some people are ostracized, some people are left out. But yet again, there's also objectivity in allowing people to grow within their own accord, like observe for themselves. So like when you have leads, like it all trickles from the top, right? So like my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight, they observe that what I'm encountering. But because of their energies and their leadership, I am also attuned to them. So I am attuned to what they're doing. They're observing what's happening here. So there's kind of like a pat on the back, like a nudge, like a cue for me to also engage in observing the situation as it is. These are for those that are like, those are the select ones that they're watching over. And so when there's objectivity, like hold the feeling sauce on the side. There's it's just a confirmation that my panel, my divine panel, is responding rather than reacting. Because of all of this energy here, reading between the lines, my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight feel a lot for me. So it takes an exuberant amount for them to kind of give things space a little bit, but also be very like firm and and quick in the response, for sure. So that's from Spirit. Yay! Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, so these flipped up too. Oh, there, and Spirit is also giving accolades on the affection part of it. That there's like the grouping is very much, there's variance in the grouping, but we're like close knit. We're like tight. We're tight like that. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that mealtime thing was. Okay, so what goes in lie from my expanded, from Spirit to my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight? What goes in lie? Mule in reverse, and this like home and hearth, like chimney thing in reverse, the fire, fireplace in reverse. Not stubborn. Not warm. So two negatives equal a positive here, and this is saying not this, not that. So this is saying there's stubborn fire. Oh, Spirit saying like you're like this is a weird way of saying it. Like this is so weird, cosmic way of saying it. But like, okay, stubborn fire. So this is like everlasting light energy. Okay, this is like a fire that won't go out, like huge flames, burning bush energy. This is a pure, true message, like an undying, eternal flame. That's what it is. That's what that is. So Spirit's like basically giving accolades to my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight. Doing a wonderful job. That's Spirit's applause. Yeah, extroverted for sure. Spirit saying that. And they're given that it's like two negatives equal like a positive kind of energy. If it's fire, like they're doing fire, right? I said, I'm also doing that as well. Like, if not, I'm warmed up. Oh, they're getting me warmed up. They're fire. They're getting me warmed up. Yeah, for sure. They're doing a great job of like warming me up to like the new thing. Okay. All right, that's a lot. Okay. All right, so two hello. All right, two takeaways for my divine collective. Okay. First takeaway from here. Yeah. For first takeaway is ding ding ding. This way. Four of Wands in reversal, extroverted. So for you, some of you may be moving. Some, is this all right? Moving? Yeah, moving locations. Logistics are changing. Okay, for you, is it an upgrade? Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. Goodness gracious, why would I even ask? It's an upgrade. Okay. Is it have to do with travel? Like travel? Dominantly, yes. For some, no. Okay. You know who you are. You kind of feel it, right? Yeah, you would feel it. You would suspect it, not suspect it, but feel it. Um, is this a paradigm shift? No, not quite. So, moving houses, like like moving like associations, moving organizations, etc. They don't want to be too specific with that, like call out people for real, for real. This is more like that would fall under the logistics blanket, umbrella. So just this is more logistics, okay? Just keep it general. Do we get a clarifier for this one? No, we don't. Like, there's some level of discretion here, okay? So for my second, my divine panel's second takeaway. Just as is like that. Magician in reverse. This dark magician. No. Independent study. Mm, or specialization. Elective. Okay. So is it all of the above? Yeah, okay. Besides the dark magician or whatever, dark, practitioner. This is independent study, but it's also an elective, um, which is leading to the realm of specialization. Like you are good at that. You are that, people have like nicknames for what they're good at doing in the office or a grouping. You're that energy. So that's what they're saying here. Instead of identifying through, like quarterback or whatever, like um, people are referred to like in teams like by their last names. They're known for their tagline is like what they're known for, like what they do. Yeah, that's what kind of team that my divine collective is. Anything else? Do we get a clarifier? I want to get an identifier for them, like their identity card, almost like the point of focus. Yeah, we'll do that for judgment. Judgement-For-Dayzzz. Okay, for my divine collective. Like that. Power play. Okay. What goes in there? Select? Yeah. Oh, damn. What the heck? Okay, because this is an area that's supposed to be lighthearted and like specialties. I think my divine collective is very competitive. Super duper competitive, where the point where like they might try to outdo themselves to the point where it would like beware of like self-harm in that. Like you might actually injure yourself. Like you might not like go to this level of like almost like Silence of the Lamb type of energy. But there's some like, yeah, you might hurt yourself. Don't do that. Yeah. Like there, I think I have high achievers, high achievers in my divine collective. And they're so used to the caliber that they're at that, they're used to working in the capacity that adjusts to achieve that. So, especially this being new terrain for them to tread, um, especially one that depicts interest. There is just caution um, uh, in like too much control over how that plays out. Because I mean, left hand, if you're cutting off of the left hand, that's like the left hand path, right? So there might be over disciplining, over regulation, and like, no, I can't do that, or it's not supposed to be like that. But then there's the other, because I feel like there's a lot of undercover type of energy here. So it's almost like sometimes in undercover you really have to blend in and not like, otherwise you kind of rat yourself out because you're not supposed to do that part. You guys know. But then there's also the realm of going too far on the left-handed path, and now you gotta chop that shit off. So that's a rarity in but yeah, I got some really ambitious people here. So, holy smokes, that is crazy. Let me get one more card because that's kind of disturbing. Just like that. Yeah, so like not to cheat yourself. You already know not to cheat yourself, yeah? Yeah. That's just like the simple way of saying that. Don't cheat yourself from the experience of like the newness of things, you know? Yeah, so that's good. Okay. Oh, so my 3 takeaways, yeah? Yeah, okay. First takeaway, my first takeaway is yeah, it's like don't take yourself too seriously. Because you're like an egoic like power play. Like, I'm supposed to fulfill this role. It's supposed to be functional, it's supposed to be practical. And no, you're gonna lose like the fun out of it. That's what that is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's reading between the lines of like that's what spirit would want to tell you. Um so this is my first takeaway. 10 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Clarifier needed? No. Okay. Well, I take it as what else. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Accomplishment, 10 of Cups. It's good. It's good. It's a dual energy rather than a duel. I challenge you to a duel. This is a duel. dual. Like commingle type of energy. We did it! Okay. All right. My second takeaway. This 8 of Pentacles. I'm doing the damn thing. Economy. Oh, I'm being watched again. But by I'm doing the watching? I don't know. There's 2 energies here. There's 2 energies here. Doing the damn thing together. What the heck is that? Like Adam and Eve type of style almost. Like the undocumented version of Adam and Eve. How it all started. My my third takeaway. Well, that's what they wanted me to say. My third takeaway. Yeah, like this is Spirit's way of saying like, okay, let's change things up a little bit. Instead of banning you from the Garden of Eden, why don't you guys just like make a new one, okay? Because this one's labeled as economy. They both succeeded. There's new land, there's new territory. They're given a bag of goodies. They're watching over each other. They're celebrating together. You know, like just recreate. You know, refarm the land. Create the new Garden of Eden. Like you already got this far. You learned so much, so just apply it, integrate it. Surprise me, surprise yourself. That kind of energy. 3 of Wands, yeah, it's coming. Like birthing a new thing. Look at that over there. That's crazy. Yeah, warming up. See, that's crazy. Warming up. All right, clarifier. No. Okay. So, my, like, I don't know, my ID card, my, focus card, um, you know, is what? Destroy and reverse. Yeah, see, create. That's crazy. What? Okay. Okay. Clarifier to that is yeah, see, like, but this is inverted, okay? Um, create. So there's a newness to it because this is like aging energy. So it's like reverse aging. The heck? So as I create, there's like a personalized version. Not only does it like reverse age me, like it's the fountain of youth. As I give to that, like as I create this newness, this new world, it also like is a fountain of youth to me. That's weird. Oh my gosh, I've unlocked a new skill. A new I don't know if I would call it a skill yet because you have to be in practice for that. I would say I unlocked a new power, or what do you call it? Gift? Treasure box. Gift. Gift. Let me go one more. This. Oh yeah, nurturing. It's new world. Yeah, for sure. Mama energy. That's crazy. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in enlightened love. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you very much for all donations provided in and of light and love. That reciprocate equally and therefore uber abundantly. I truly appreciate you. Blessings be for sure. Okay, that's as much as I shall say. Now I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits from those that call upon cash, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting, to love and light energy, to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus included. Thanks so much. As I'm closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to the appropriate locations. Oh, son of mine, with the appropriate karmas due, appropriate judgment due for days. Enlighten love, I close the portals in these readings.